The Curse of Ham. Genesis chapter 9, verses 20 through 25. Noah, a man of the soil, proceeded to plant a vineyard. When he drank some of its wine, he became drunk and lay uncovered inside his tent. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father naked and told his two brothers outside. But Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it across their shoulders. Then they walked in backward and covered their father's naked body. Their faces were turned the other way so they would not see their father naked. When Noah woke from his wine and found out what his youngest son had done to him, he said, "Cursed be Canaan, son of Ham. The lowest of slaves he will be to his brothers." Deshaun hopped up the 3 steps to get onto his bus in the morning. He scanned his pass and cheesed at the driver, pleased to see who it was today. Miss Tanya was the finest driver that Akron Metro had ever saw. She always kept her long nails fire engine red and her hair in a shiny yaki ponytail with a swoop. "Hey, Miss Tanya," he smirked, being sure to add a nice drawl to her name, Tanya. She gave him a polite grin and greeted him back, but it was one of those pitiful smiles that said, "Real cute, but not a chance in hell, young man." This wasn't the type of smile he preferred, but any kind of smile from her would do, long as she was smiling. He nearly skipped to his seat. One day, he would ask her out like a proper gentleman, but he had to get his card first. Surely a lady like that wouldn't date one of her bus riders. He scoffed at himself for even considering the possibility. Deshaun daydreamed about their hypothetical date for the remainder of the ride and nearly missed his stop at Mr. Pantry. He always took his time exiting the bus just to be able to look at her a little longer. "Have a nice day, beautiful." He expected her face to contort into another polite rendition of "thanks, but no thanks," but to his surprise, Miss Tanya blushed as she popped her gum. He halted his step off the bus. Did he have a chance? Was Miss Tanya smitten with him? Deshaun opened his mouth to seize the moment when suddenly there was no ground under his foot. Smack! Deshaun's face hit the cement with a thud. He considered just staying there and never facing her again. He wished she would just pull off, but he heard her unbuckling her seatbelt to help. "I'll be damned if I let myself through the damsel in distress," he thought, and quickly tried to get to his feet. As he was getting up, he saw a young man with his phone pointing and laughing. He couldn't believe that someone would laugh and make a mockery of him instead of helping. Did people no longer care about a man's dignity? Deshaun began cursing the witness, which eventually became everyone's favorite part of the video when it went viral on TikTok. The young man reveled in the attention it brought his page for roughly 3 days, but then things got dark. He quickly learned that when you exploit people for likes, it carries and attracts a negative energy. His page continued to rise in popularity, but it was full of cyberbullies. Every day they found something else to hate about him. The young man fell into depression and was never the same again. This impacted his relationship with his son, who then passed on trauma to his son. For generations, his family carried a legacy of mental illness and poverty. His Tanya life, however, had changed for the better. After helping Deshaun off the ground and calming him about the witness, she asked if he would like to go out for coffee one day. She would have never guessed that Deshaun was set up to receive a trust fund inheritance at 21 years of age and would soon provide her a life of luxury and abundance. They lived happily ever after.